Next on Worcester News tonight, 10 candidates take the stage in the first 2020 Democratic presidential debate. A political scientist weighs in on some of the night's biggest topics. Plus, video of a Fitchburg woman singing goes viral. We hear from the blind and autistic woman who hopes to use her voice to help others. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Another beautiful day across central Massachusetts. It was a hot one and it looks like we can expect more sun and warmth on Friday. Let's send it over to meteorologist Pamela Gardner for a first look at our local forecast.
Hey there, good evening to you on this Thursday. Temperatures continue to stay rather warm for this evening, so a great night to be outdoors, have a cookout. 79 degrees through 7 o'clock, 74 degrees and a few clouds, but clearing out by 11 o'clock and overnight tonight. Some fog developing once again as we drop to near those dew point temperatures. So patchy fog as we go into the start for Friday, but then the heat is on as we get a dominant west wind and a warming trend. Our exclusive in-house forecast model shows still some strong thunderstorm potential across the North Country, while here in central Massachusetts, we're going to keep it nice and dry, although there will be a chance for some of that fog still. Friday morning, the fog in place, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 60s, upper 60s, but then tomorrow the clouds erode away. We'll be on our way to some 80s to low 90s. Many communities reaching close to 90 degrees, Fitchburg 90, Lowell 90 degrees, Worcester will be about 86 degrees. So in our full forecast, I'm tracking more weekend rain chances. The storm timing plus your 10-day forecast, how 4th of July is looking.
All right, thank you, Pamela. 10 Democratic presidential candidates will be taking the stage tonight. They follow the first 10 from last night. More than 15 million people tuned in to watch the first Democratic debate and had plenty to say about it. Our Rosalind Flaherty is live in Worcester with more. Rosalind.
Olivia, last night was the first presidential debate of the election season. We spoke with a political science professor who says candidates have to have a clear message in order to move on. 10 of the Democratic candidates for president faced off Wednesday night. It was part one of the first presidential debate of the 2020 election season.
It really served its purpose. It allowed you to get to know the candidates, especially some of the lesser known candidates who haven't been polling as high.
The candidates tackled a number of issues, including immigration, climate change, and healthcare policies. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren trying to unify Democratic support.
The fight still goes on.
Erica Cornelia Smith is a political science professor at Nichols College. She says some candidates came out with strong talking points, while others did not.
I think you can see on domestic policy, they're very, very close together. They all have very similar ideas about those key issues, which is a shame because I think foreign policy is one of the areas they debated last night where we started to see some differences in approach on regime change, foreign engagement.
President Donald Trump took to Twitter calling the debate boring. People who watched it had mixed feelings.
I thought that Liz Warren really stood out overall. I also thought that people that people really hadn't heard of stood out a little bit, like maybe Julian Castro.
They were all for socialism, free everything, let the illegals in. Who's going to pay for it? It's the younger generations going to pay for it.
Cornelia Smith says if a candidate wants to emerge moving forward, they need to have a defined identity and a clear message.
Candidates who are sort of muddling through and can't come out and have those very snappy talking points, they're really going to struggle to emerge when it comes to the Iowa caucuses when the primaries start.
10 more Democratic candidates will take the stage tonight, including Democratic frontrunner and former Vice President Joe Biden. Live in Worcester, Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
It's graduation day for the newest members of the state police. 171 trainees graduated from the State Police Academy. A ceremony was held at the DCU Center in Worcester. The trainees have spent the last 6 months at the academy in New Braintree. They will report to their assigned barracks tomorrow. Thursday marks 19 years since the disappearance of Molly Bish. The 16-year-old vanished from her lifeguard post at Commons Pond in Warren in 2000. Her body was found nearly 3 years later in a wooded area of Palmer, but her killer has never been found. Her parents and family have become advocates for child safety and for other parents of missing children. They founded the Molly Bish Center in cooperation with Anna Maria College in Paxton. A new study says cell phone use may be causing bone spurs. It found certain postures could be leading to this condition, but some doctors are questioning the study. Our Gretchen LaRosa joins us live now to explain. Gretchen.
Olivia, researchers looked at people's use of smartphones, tablets, and other devices. They found a lot of us have bad posture when using them over a period of time, and it could actually change the skull's natural form.
Whether it's on my tablet or on my cell phone, you don't realize how often that we rely on these tools.
Heads tilted forward, peering into mobile devices. Many of us do it, and it's this posture which can lead to neck strain, pain, and even pressure on the spine. Orthopedic spine surgeon Michael Stoff says a recent study shows bone spurs could also form as a result.
A bone spur is basically increased amount of bone in a certain location where some type of soft tissue structure attaches.
He says sometimes having neck pain does not necessarily mean bones are growing in that location. It could likely be from inflammation of a tendon area.
It's somewhat surprising that a lot of the younger people that were in the study showed evidence that they had an increased amount of bone in that location.
The study examined hundreds of x-rays and found roughly 40% of people ages 18 to 30 years old who use their phones more than 4.5 hours a day are likely to develop the growth. Real estate agent Steve Miner says he has to be on the phone frequently for work.
I don't know if I could do less of it. I'm on my phone pretty much 24/7 for clients, so it'd be tough to, monitor it.
Miner says he hasn't had any problems, and Dr. Stoff and other medical professionals are a little weary of the researchers' findings.
The spine in the neck just below it is a multi-joint complex that could have plenty of other reasons or explanations for why people would have symptoms in that location.
Now, Dr. Stoff says it's not clear whether the bone spurs will have any clinical significance. He says a bone would have to be pretty large for someone to detect it by touch. Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester Regional Airport will have different schedules for some of its flights starting this summer. American Airlines is resuming once daily service between Worcester and Philadelphia. Right now, they are only flying 4 days a week. Daily flights will leave Philly at 2:05 p.m. for Worcester and return to Philadelphia at 3:45 p.m. Delta Airlines is also starting their daily flights to Detroit on August 2nd. Becker College is hosting its annual video game summer camp for middle school girls. The 7th and 8th grade students are from the inner city and rural parts of New England. The week-long camp focuses on science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Organizers say the goal is to inspire a love for the topics and help the girls turn it into a career path.
Because this is the third year we've done it. So each time they come in and they're playing on the computers, they always start off playing games. So I know that they're interested in gaming. So I like to, tell them about what we do here at Becker, because we have a pretty large undergraduate game development program. We also just launched a master's program in interactive media. So I like to tell them, if you have fun playing games, you can study games and you can make games when you get older.
And each girl will receive a free tablet to take home. They use it during the program to produce and operate their games. 2 private Catholic schools in Worcester are beginning a new partnership. Assumption College and Notre Dame Academy will be offering free college credit courses starting this fall. The program is open to high school juniors and seniors at the all-girls Catholic school. Students must have a GPA of 3.0 or higher. Assumption College says it's a great way for students to look at majors they may not have considered.
When they graduate, they will already have under their belt completed 6 college credits that they can use, hopefully, if they come to Assumption. But if they go to another institution, those credits are transferable because they're college level credits. They're not high school courses that give college credits.
And Assumption says students will also be able to explore a discipline Notre Dame may not have offered. A central Massachusetts woman is taking the internet by storm. She has had to overcome some challenges in her life, and she wants to use her voice to help others. Our Chandler Walsh joins us live now with her story. Chandler. Olivia, the viral singing video came from a performance Lavender Darkangelo gave at an LGBTQ event at the First Parish Church in Fitchburg, where her dad is a minister. The video was posted by the man the event was honoring, and it quickly took off.
And tears are in your eyes.
Lavender Darkangelo's voice is a viral sensation. A video of the blind and autistic woman singing at a Pride event over the weekend has more than 1 million views.
I used to daydream all the time about being on TV or like being on stage, and I feel like my daydreams have come to life.
The 24-year-old from Fitchburg doesn't just want to be known as a talented singer.
Over troubled water.
She wants to be a leader for people who have multiple disabilities, who feel like they don't fit into one particular group.
I am so blessed that I have these challenges, and that even in environments that do work for the blind, I still struggle, because then I feel, who else is going to talk about what it's like to be lonely in a crowd that has already been lonely to begin with?
She and her dad, Will, knew she'd get recognition for her golden voice, but are shocked it happened so fast.
To see how much joy it's given Lavender that all these people are going, yes, you are valuable, you are worth something, and in fact, you're every bit as special as you hoped that you would be.
Will and his husband, Jamie, adopted Lavender in 2017. Will was her mentor and coach several years before when she joined his music group.
Somewhere.
He says there was always a special connection.
Within the first month after I met Lavender, she asked me to adopt her.
Lavender wants to make a living singing while breaking down walls for others.
It's okay to be different among the different, because even people who are different, they can still manage to put each other into boxes.
Lavender says she's in the middle of recording an album. It will feature the song from her viral video, Part of Your World. Olivia. All right, what an inspirational woman. Thank you, Chandler. Hundreds were out on the Worcester Common Oval today for the popular Out to Lunch concert series. Dale LePage and the Manhattans kicked off the 10-week series. The festival includes music, food, and a farmer's market. This year marks the series' 10-year anniversary.
This is wonderful on a Thursday afternoon in the city of Worcester. I wouldn't have guessed it 10 years ago. Now we expect it every week because people are really into the city of Worcester. The spirit is high, the changes are coming fast and furious, and what a great city we are, and what a greater city we're going to become.
And Out to Lunch runs every Thursday with the exception of July 4th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. until August 29th. An unusual rescue in Northborough Thursday morning. The fire department sharing pictures of a fox stuck in a storm drain. Police first arrived to the scene for a call of a small dog or fox stuck. They say they originally used soap to try and free the animal. The water department removed the storm drain. The fox was released and ran away. Police say it appears the animal was unharmed.